I'm Raess. I'm doing this documentary to find out why youth unemployment is so high. I'll be interviewing people involved in the matter, such as an employed youth and an unemployed youth, to find out why. I'll also be finding out who they think is to blame and what should be done. So the main question is, why do you think youth unemployment is so high?
It's because some people don't work hard enough in school, and because they're lazy.
Well, with the work today so competitive, employers are looking for experience in their employee.
I think because when you give our type of age jobs, because we're giving wages, I think wages are more expensive than more high than salaries. So it's more better to give someone salaries.
There are many different reasons and opinions as to why youth unemployment is so high. Some of the main reasons that I've heard are that youths usually go for jobs that you don't really need that many skills, and the immigrants are taking these jobs. The government aren't doing much, the youths aren't being pushed by the government enough, and that some businesses would rather employ people with the skills rather than training youths. I will have to conduct some interviews to find out more about this topic, so I'll be doing interviews with an unemployed youth, an employed youth and a job centre worker. Hopefully this will give you more of an insight as to why youth unemployment is so high and the main reasons for this and what can be done and what should be done and who's to blame. You've been unemployed for?
I've been unemployed for four to 5 months now.
How many jobs have you applied for and how many replies did you get?
I applied for about 4 to 5 jobs.
Why do you think you're not getting these jobs?
I think it's due to the fact that there's a lot of competition right now between us youths. Like youths all over the country competing to get a job right now. And with the recession going on, there's limited opportunity.
Who do you think is to blame for the high levels of youth unemployment?
You could blame, if there was someone to blame, obviously it has to be the government. Because it's their job to create the opportunities for us youths to gain employment.
What other alternatives have you thought about?
My main hobby is really playing pool. So one day I hope to become a pool player. If I don't find a job soon, I might start pursuing that career.
What should be done to stop the high levels of youth unemployment?
I reckon they should give us youths more work experience from a young age. Like, we do get two weeks in school, but I don't think that's enough.
South Mian is one of 1 million people in the country who is unemployed. This graph shows that from September 2003, youth unemployment has risen dramatically and now is at an all-time high of 21%. I am now going to interview Faze Poken, who is an employed youth, and get his views on youth unemployment. How many jobs have you applied for and how many have accepted you?
I think there was only one, which was I think it was either Blue Ink or something. I gave my CV in and they called me back just as soon as I got this job, so I turned it down.
Why do you think youth unemployment is at an all-time high?
It's mainly because there's so many people out there nowadays that are in need of jobs, and there just isn't. The people that are looking for jobs tend to be older and have more experience. I think that's what it comes down to. It's all about the experience that an individual has.
Who do you think is to blame?
Personally, I don't think there is anyone to blame, because the jobs are out there. It's just that they're being given to other people who have the experience and all that.
What should be done?
What I think needs to be done to help resolve this is there needs to be a system where youngsters can go to certain places and build practice, because that's what it all comes down to. People need the practice to be able to apply for the jobs, and because in interviews, situation, they'll know how to handle themselves, what to say, how to say it. Whereas people that are applying for jobs that are much older have that experience underneath their belt. So there needs to be a place where youngsters can go, get the experience for interviews, writing CVs and all that. Because schools do it, but it's not done. It's not really focused. It doesn't really focus on like the important aspects of getting a job.
Would this affect you in any way?
Well, not anymore, because I kind of have a job already. But it would definitely benefit others, I'd say. So yeah, thank you.
I now have the views from an unemployed youth and an employed youth as to why youth unemployment is at an all-time high. I've learnt that the jobs are out there, but the youths haven't got the right skills to go and get the jobs. These skills could be CV writing, personal statement writing, interview techniques and general presentation. This is where the government needs to step in and have some lessons put in from schools such as how to present yourself in an interview, how to talk in an interview, and how to write personal statements and CVs.
Hi, pleased to meet you. I'm Tom. I manage the 18 to 24 advisor team here in Barking Job Centre.
Why do you think youth unemployment is so high?
I mean, a lot of this comes down to economic factors. At the moment, we have been coming in and out of recession. Largely that's through problems throughout the world, internationally, the banking crisis, American subprimes, you know the story really. And then the knock-on effect of that obviously has been businesses lose confidence and that results in unemployment.
Is the demand for work by young people high?
Yes, it's very high. I think some figures are something like that. Sometimes there are 40 graduates, young graduates, not all graduates obviously, but that's an illustration, 40 graduates chasing one job at any one time.
Is there any sort of ethnic minority that are unemployed?
Yes, I think overall ethnic minorities are suffering a little bit more than non-ethnic minorities, which is obviously a big problem and something we want to deal with that. The reasons behind that, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I mean, our approach here is, you know, we approach everyone in the same way and give everyone as much support as we possibly can.
Is there a specific gender that find work easier than the other?
On our caseload here in Barking, I must say it's pretty much 50-50, I think. You tend to get, what's interesting I suppose is actually in particular sectors though, yes, you get a gender, not necessarily a bias, but you know, you do get more people from one gender going into a particular employment sector than another.
What are the main reasons for youth unemployment?
Yeah, I think I sort of touched on this one already. I think it's as I said, it's just more of a risk for employers. You know, employers are looking at their balance sheets right now. You know, their businesses, there isn't so much money coming in, and that has a knock-on effect on other businesses. Generally, we're in a difficult situation that we need to get out of. And in that time, employers either aren't recruiting, or if they are recruiting, you know, they have the pick of the absolute, in their mind, safest, best candidates. You know, it's a buyer's market. You know, they'll have 10 people going for every job or something like that. So they will just pick someone they can guarantee is a safe bet, can get on with the work straight away.
Finally, I have learnt that unemployment as a whole is higher, but this affects young people more so. This is because of the recession and financial crisis. Businesses aren't willing to hire young people because they may not have the skills or the experience that they need, which is required for the job. They would rather go for someone who's much older, who has tons of experience and may have the necessary skills that they may need. The unemployment rate is currently at around 21%, which is 1 million people in the whole country. Hopefully in the years to come the government will do their part to help their youth get the education they need to get jobs, and businesses will be more willing to take risk in young people so they get the right skills and experience they need to get jobs. Hopefully this unemployment rate for youth will slowly decrease and it will become better. I'm Raess Mohammed, thank you for watching.